We are back with Season 2 of Character Analysis, and I gotta say, it's good to be back in action. It's the time to rise, a time to shine, and a time to bring more knowledge to the table. We go back to 1992, in a land far away, where the weather is good and the people are stupid, where cops are crooked and the gangsters roam freely. In other words, Los Santos. We start this off by talking about and breaking down Mike Toreno, a man who really needs no introduction and won't think twice about making one's life a nightmare. But overall, Toreno is a man of his word. Mike Toreno's life is very unknown, and if anything mysterious. We don't know about Toreno's parents, where he grew up, or if he even has a family. So, for the sake of this video, most of our information is set in 1992. In 1992, he was in his late 30s, early 40s at the time. Mike Toreno at some point in his life started working for the CIA. Now, a little before 92, he started working undercover for an operation with Latin America. This has continued into 1992. With Toreno doing governmental work, he started to do business with T-Bone Mendez and Jizzy B. Prior to the events of GTA San Andreas, Toreno and T-Bone were beating up another gangster at the Loco Syndicate's crack factory to get intel, and at that moment, Toreno had gotten an important phone call. Let's watch this cutscene of the phone call.
Tell me right now, homie. Tell me. You better tell me what I want to know.
Hey, Mendez! Come on, enough.
Yes. Hey, this Vato's a fucking rat, is it? I can smell it on him.
I think that's something else we can smell. They ain't gonna talk now.
So what do we do now, Holmes?
I think I got us a buyer down in Los Santos.
Por cuánto, Holmes? How much?
Not sure yet, but they're talking big. Up to 100 Ks a month, low risk. Hello. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you read it correctly. Well, I'm sorry it seems that way to you. Yeah. Yes. It's unconventional, yes. Well, when did your methods ever get results? When? Hey, I know people who are dead because of you. So don't mess with me on this one, okay? It's vital that it goes ahead. History will understand. Look, I've done a lot of work. They trust me now. Yeah, no, you can't play with shit and not get dirty. Everybody knows that. Even you. Okay? Now look, I gotta go. Mendez! Now listen, that was a buyer. We gotta step up production. We're not thinking big enough here, okay? My connections in Panama can get us all the product we need, untouched. But you gotta arrange the market. So why don't you stop dancing with your boyfriend here and get on it, all right? Huh?
Let me get this piece of shit out of here. We're a lot for a fucking dead body, man.
As you see in the scene, the phone call was about increasing the making of cocaine to 100 keys. Now, in the madness game files of crooks and criminals, there were originally 3 theories as to who called Toreno at the time. The first theory was that it was Jizzy B telling Toreno to increase production so there could simply be an increase in the money being made from selling, which seems like a decent theory during our early stages of the investigation. Now, second theory was that Tenpenny called Toreno about the job. But we closed this idea quickly because Toreno doesn't like crooked cops all that much, and usually the CIA pivots to where there is both a neutral ground as well as trust. Kind of like a double agent. If it was Tenpenny, then Toreno's operation would have been compromised. Now, finally here, the third theory was that Big Smoke called Mike Toreno to make 100 keys of cocaine so it could be distributed around the streets of Los Santos, and so the investment can benefit everyone for the time being. So we did a lot of digging up information and figured out our third theory was spot on. And the reason why is because of Big Smoke's success, as well as him becoming a kingpin now that Sweet was in prison. Since Sweet was in jail, CJ and Caesar go to San Fierro to figure things out. While doing that, Caesar potentially gets a lead on the AA being run in and out of Los Santos. So CJ and Caesar go out to Angel Pine Way, across the street from the Cluckin' Bell, and get photos of the Loco Syndicate, including Ryder and Mike Toreno. By the time Caesar's photos were in the garage back in Doherty, another good friend we mentioned from Season 1, Woozy, gives us information about the Loco Syndicate. So, Carl Johnson starts working for the Loco Syndicate to earn their trust before he takes them all out, as well as the operation. Mike Toreno wanted to get the courier of coke, or follow it, to make sure nothing bad happened. So, Toreno went into the back of the van. Little did he know that two crazy drivers would take the van and drugs around San Fierro. So, with what battery life he had left, Toreno called T-Bone Mendez for help. With Carl Johnson's help, Toreno is found, and CJ and Mike meet in person. Let's watch this cutscene to see what happens.
Hey man, come on, hurry up.
Apúrate.
About time, T-Bone. Who the fuck is this?
Hey, that's one of Jizzy's clowns. Relax, Güero.
You hear that? We gotta torch this van with the coke in it.
Hey, Charlie, Güero, we ain't torching nada.
This is a setback, but doing 20 to life is a little more than that. Comprende, amigo?
Hey, he right, man. Let's do it and get the hell out of
Hey,
here.
who the fuck asked you, payaso? This ain't a committee.
Exactly. I call the shots here. Now shut up and let's go.
T-Bone is upset about destroying the drug van. During the drive, Mike Toreno gets CJ's ID. After this, Mike doesn't say anything. Until after the job is done, where he says Carl did good. Toreno goes to his car to see that T-Bone had an intervention with CJ. Toreno tasks CJ to make a drug van get to the crack factory in peace. After a week or two, Carl goes to the Pleasure Domes Club to wipe out Jizzy. Then this was the time that the Loco Syndicate was finished for good. Carl, Caesar, and Woozy's henchmen had killed Ryder and T-Bone Mendez, only leaving Mike Toreno on Carl's kill list. Carl sensed something about Toreno was off with how he flew away from the Syndicate's deal. Let's hear Woozy's phone call with Carl.
Carl, it's Woozy. I've got some information for you.
Hey, Woozy, what's the business?
My man found that van you were looking for by the helipad downtown.
And Toreno?
Yep, he's there. Apparently he's about to take some merchandise and cut up a helicopter. They've already started loading boxes.
Something about Toreno don't add up. Holler back if you hear something.
After the call, Carl goes to the police station in downtown San Fierro. CJ chases this helicopter and gets ahead in enough time to blow up the helicopter. And Mike Toreno was dead. Or so Carl thought. Carl Johnson successfully destroys the crack factory, and he gets a mysterious phone call. Let's take a listen.
Speak on it.
This is a friend of yours. I've got some information relating to your brother. Come to my ranch and I'll explain. It's in Chiara Robata, cross the Garber Bridge, head south.
Who the fuck is this?
I can't talk right now. Get your ass over here.
Mom's always told me not to talk to strangers.
And look what happened to the bitch. Now, if you want your brother to go to sleep tonight with his tongue intact, get your ass over here. Goodbye.
Mike faked his death, but what CJ, not knowing yet, was Toreno's advantage. Mike used a digitally distorted voice. When Carl goes to the ranch in Tierra Robata, he has to drive the monster truck to see if he is worthy. Toreno calls CJ once again, telling him to come back to the ranch where he will explain everything. Let's play the beginning cutscene of Hijack.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, what the fuck, man? Hey, Toreno, I told you my bad, man. What the hell can I say? I screwed you over.
Calm down, kid.
Just go ahead and kill me then.
Calm down.
Man, you ain't nothing but a fucking yayo dealer anyway, Toreno.
Shut up and sit down. Well, you think I'm a drug dealer? And you think you're a crusader for good? Do you have any idea what's going on? Any idea whatsoever? Do you? Do you?
Nah, I pay as little attention to things as
Do
possible.
not be a fucking smartass with me. I work for a government agency. It is not important which one. I will try not to confuse you. Yes, when we last met, I was involved in battling threats in Latin America by any means necessary. That does not make me a drug dealer. Now, the money that we raised, the friends that we won over, have helped us immeasurably in our overseas interests.
Government agency?
Kids like you expect heroes. We're fighting a war out there. I'll be a hero and I'll lose. And what do we have? Communism in Ohio. People sharing. Nobody buying stuff. That kind of bullshit. So relax and listen.
All right, I'm listening.
I know what kind of guy you are. I need a guy like you to do things I can't get caught doing.
Like what?
I need you to commandeer a truck. A rival agency with a confused social agenda. They got things that we need. Now, this is a two-man job. You'll need a friend. Use your sister's boyfriend, but don't tell him a thing. Remember, I'll be watching you.
Now Carl knows that Toreno is alive, and clearly faked his death. This completely scared the hell out of Carl, so much he didn't remember calling Caesar for help. Toreno has Carl Johnson intercept some cargo, and Mike promises Carl that he will look after Sweet Johnson, which is CJ's brother. Let's take a look at interdiction.
Roger that, big monkey. I got a 13-6 fat vulture. Need to acquire a drowning baby. Over. What? In 15 by the Fat Moon. Break your heart, over and out. Carl, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah, I'll do you a proper injury, man. What you knowing about my brother?
Relax. He's in prison upstate. D-Wing, cell 13. To the left, I got a child killer who wants to rip his throat out. To the right of him, I got a white supremacist who wants to eat his heart, to be precise. Now, don't worry. Tenpenny and Pulaski are really relatively benign, unless, of course, you're a family member of Officer Pendlebury, whom they shot when he threatened to expose them. But you do know all about that, right?
Damn. Hey, man, how you know all this stuff, man? And won't you stop it?
You just don't understand, do you, kid? Look, it's all white knights and heroes. We have to make decisions, kid. You know, I try to set bad people on other bad people, and sometimes I let good guys die. He's your brother, but to me, he's just collateral. It's a very delicate decision. Over here, you got all the scumbags inside the country. And over here, you got all the scumbags outside the country. And me and my colleagues, we're the fucking pivot. Keep the government in work. Which reminds me, come here, okay? I need you to head over here in the buggy outside, okay? Okay, let off a flare. We got some precious cargo needs collected.
Hey, hold up. What about my brother and all that shit you was talking about?
Hey, don't worry. Sweet's just fine. He gets touched. A prison guard goes home and finds that his wife and kid have been murdered. Everything's under control. We'll talk later. Now, come on, get out of here.
Through all of this, Toreno makes a deal with Carl. If Carl helps him with government stuff, he will free Sweet from prison. Now, this fully puts EJ in the position to work for Mike. Mike needed Carl to buy an abandoned airstrip for more business. And when Carl buys it, he is forced to learn how to fly, or Mike won't help Sweet. Let's watch 2 mission cutscenes from that airstrip.
Got you again, Carl. You're half asleep. I could have killed you in 9 different ways. Wake up and smell the coffee.
You need to lay off the coffee.
We got a problem. I got some guys out in the field need some equipment. If they don't get it, they'll be dead by nightfall.
Then take it to him.
Me take it to them?
Yeah, why not?
I got 5 guys watching me all the time. I got 2 in that hill, 1 over there, and 2 by satellite. If I go, my guys and I will be dead. I don't have a death wish. I'm a man of peace, son.
Yeah, clearly.
Take the plane. Now, you're not ready yet, so stay low under the radar. Questions?
Yeah, just one thing.
Get to it.
Wait, hey, listen. Listen to me for once. Why won't these guys come after me?
Oh, they can't, because they're all posted on me. 1 DEA, 1 FBI, a Russian, a Cuban double agent, and my paymasters. Checks and balances. Nobody is watching anybody, watching nobody. Know what I mean? Go.
Whatever, man. What's Toreno up to now? I'm feeling a little exposed here.
What's your take on this?
Damn! I thought them was your people.
Listen, Carl, we've got a problem. Some traitors from another department think they can help the overseas situation by financing militaristic dictators in exchange for arms contracts.
Hey, ain't that exactly what you do?
Well, kind of, but we get to pick our dictators. Degenerates that we can control. We try to stay the hell away from these guys with principles, because that just muddies the waters.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so, of course, these idiots have stolen a consignment of landmines, and they plan to offload them in the Middle East and cause a little ruckus, and everybody goes crazy and have a lot of problems. I mean, Carl, do you like maiming people? Curious.
Maiming? Some people, shit.
Anyway, the point is, you and me, Carl, hey, we're the same. Now, yeah, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. But if you screw this up, it causes a tinderbox situation all over Latin America and the Middle East. Now, look, I spoke to the big man. You got clearance to eliminate these fuckers. How's that? Huh?
Man, kill government agents?
Kill Schmill. Come on, don't look at it that way. Will you? Think of it as pest control. It works for me. All right, come on. I can't stay here now. I'm too hip. I gotta go. Okay? I'm out of here.
A few months later, Toreno calls Carl at the Mad Dog studio. Carl has one last job from Mike Toreno. CJ has to steal a fighter jet, blow up other fighter jets, and spy boats. Carl is in the middle of a business call back at the Mad Dog mansion. Let's watch this last cutscene.
I don't care how, I care when. As in now, you hear me? Hey man, what the
Hello, boss man. Taking care of business, I see.
Toreno, fuck you. Almost lost my life out there for you.
I got just one tiny little thing for you to do, and then I'm out of your life forever.
You know what? I'm tired of your fucking little jobs.
Ah, will you stop? This is pathetic. Come on, you're embarrassing yourself. Come on, put it down. Don't be ridiculous, okay? Hey, I got a little surprise for you here. You ready for this? Huh? Answer it.
Hello?
Carl, sweet.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know what happened. They just released me. No idea what's going on. But I'm in the square outside the precinct in Commerce.
All right, you hold tight. I'll be right there.
All right.
So what was that little job you was talking about, Toreno?
I just want you to go pick up your brother. Get out of here.
As we saw, Toreno had one more job for Carl Johnson. Honestly, we can all understand Carl's frustration because of how ridiculous the jobs were. It made many pissed off, and for good reason. Mike Toreno is a man of his word because he had kept his promise and freed Sweet Johnson from prison. Not a lot of people in the series have ever kept their word, but Toreno did, which is really why he is such a unique character and a good guy. After 1992, his trail had gone cold and was never heard from again. Well, this is all we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Next video is on Ricardo Diaz, and that is going to be a special one. Also, thank you all for the support. You're all amazing, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. If you have enjoyed the video, you are always welcome to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you all next time.